Growing up as a child, I was sexually abused by my step-granddad. He positioned himself in a way where he was the hero of the story, grooming as we would call it now, but I didn't think anything was wrong. And when I was 11, he was caught by my stepmom, and she took me home. She told my dad confronted me, and he told me that I was gonna never go around there again and see him again, and I was going to keep this silent. And I lived in silence for over 10 years. And when I finally broke my silence, and by this point my dad had passed away. He was an alcoholic. He was 48 years old, high blood pressure. He passed away one day. And 6 months after he passed away, I broke my silence. First privately to my girlfriend at the time, then semi-privately to a small group of people that I just met, and then publicly on social media. Beginning of 2018 now, so 8 years ago. And when I did that, I found out from a family member that my dad was actually a survivor too. He was abused as a child growing up by the same man that abused me. He lived his whole life in silence. And for the last 8 years, I've just seen now that it's Sexual Abuse and Sexual Violence Awareness Week. And that's why I wanted to come straight on here and do a video sharing my story, adding my voice to this movement to show you that, I'm a 31-year-old man. Many men don't put their hand up and speak out about the abuse that they've been through because it's really tough to do as a man. We're getting better now though with time, which is the good thing to see. But especially when it comes to intrafamilial abuse, when it comes to sexual abuse by a family member, nobody puts their hand up because we don't want to talk about that shit because it's a family member. It's our dad, it's our mum, it's our grandparent, it's our cousin, it's our sibling. It's very taboo, it's very dark, and there's a lot of shame with it. And, the silence is the enemy. Sure, what we went through, the trauma, is hard, it's horrible, it's dark, but it's the silence that we lived in after the trauma that takes lives. Silence took my dad's life. It held me hostage for over 10 years. It's taken millions of lives so far. And I'm standing up, rising up, creating an army of the unsilenced, of survivors who are done living in silence because it's taken way too many lives and that shit has to end. I'm making a film right now called It Ends With Me to break that generational cycle of pain, trauma, of silence, of abuse. And I'm doing what I can to bring people together so that they can also say it ends with me and raise as much awareness as possible, especially this week, to not just show people that this shit happens, but to also reach the survivors living in silence before it's too late. I hope you can join me.